Whoa, did you guys see things get a bit lively overnight? I was surprised that SHIB did what it did. We had a very nice pop overnight, breaching 4015, almost setting a new local high, which is very important for this trend that we're on in terms of SHIB right now. What we need to talk about is what's happening with all meme coins in the space right now. Are we actually entering a meme season, and what could this do for price? So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So when we look at SHIB here, we're seeing a lot of greens. Just almost every single day is green. Even these red days that we've had over the last 2 weeks, they have been very minimal days, down 0.38%, down 0.07%. And most of these green days are significantly bigger than that, up 9.8%, up 1.5%, 2.7%. You guys get the picture. And today, overnight, we had a very nice surge to the upside. We had a 1 hour candle for Shiba Inu that was 5.5%. All right. And this is something that we were actually seeing for a lot of meme coins in the space. Just a lot of green, except for Fartcoin. Fartcoin over the last 24 hours has been red. But when we look across the 7-day performance here for most of these meme coins, you're seeing pretty significant gains. SHIB actually only with a modest 17.7%. And I'll talk about that more here in just a moment. But what we're seeing is meme coins start to heat up. And this has been a certain process that has been taking place. If you guys remember, we talked a lot about sentiment, and SHIB tends to perform its best when sentiment is high. And now that you're starting to see this confidence re-enter the market, this is where meme coins can in fact start to perform better. When retail confidence is getting to those better spots, anything is possible. Now, that being said, when we look at Shiba Inu here currently, it is currently sitting at 40143. I have tons of alerts going off just because right at about this point, I have an alert set. It's just a historic price standpoint that we need to watch closely. SHIB currently is broken out above structure. We did breach our 100-day moving average before coming back down here. So we're getting very lively. Now, what I will say is that is SHIB the best meme coin performer right now? No, it's not. We're seeing a lot of these smaller caps have better gains. That's not really surprising. I saw somebody comment saying that people should focus on just that. And no, I wouldn't say that's the case at all. And the reason why is, there are more risk averse assets and there are less risk averse assets. And Shiba Inu is less risky than some of these newer meme coins in the space. Now, this isn't to guarantee your financial advice or anything like that. It just has to do with fundamentals. It has to do with time in the market, right? It's why SHIB, even during this big drop down that we saw across crypto space, most of these other meme coins shit the bed. Shiba Inu did not. Yes, it did have a significant drop down, but it was one of the first to actually pivot. Just look at Shiba Inu's weeks here. For 3 weeks, guys, 3 straight weeks, Shiba Inu has actually been green. And what I think is very important that we need to watch closely here now is this 200-week moving average. All right. SHIB is actually on the verge of a breach and weekly close above this. That would be a big deal. And what we really need to watch is this 20-week moving average, which currently sits at about 40155. If SHIB starts closing weekly candles above here, that is a great sign. Okay. Just look at these last several times. That was a great confirmation that we got in the summer here. So what you're seeing is, again, a complete reversal for SHIB. You're seeing it show a lot of resilience, trying to prep for this next massive breakout. I do want to show you guys too, again, just looking back at this, our trend, right? This is about the moment where SHIB got a little lively. So now we've completed that 20% move like we talked about. We're working into that, 100% move. We're about halfway there. We're about 47% off the bottom. So this is a great sign for SHIB. Now, when we look at and discuss a meme season in general, what I've kind of been watching is the order of operations here. All right. First, over the course of this last week, we did in fact see layer ones, specifically US-based cryptos, go on a run. And I talked about this in my ADA video earlier today. So if this sounds redundant, I apologize. But we saw ADA, XRP, Algo, HBAR, XLM go on some nice runs. Then we started to see AI coins take off. We saw BitTensor, we saw Fetch, we saw some of these smaller AI coins in the space. We saw who else is it? Render. We saw Near. Some of those coins just take some nice steps forward. And then now we started to see meme coins. And this is all a process that we've gone on before. For those that have been around for a long period of time, if you guys remember the early part of 2024, we did this exact same thing. Now, here's the only downside to this. This is all taking place while the sentiment is not high enough for adoption. And that might sound kind of weird, right? We look at the sentiment across the crypto market, we're still kind of in this place of neutrality. Okay. We're not in a greed state. We're not in a state where optics are incredibly high. Is this a good shift? Yes. Is it nice to see meme coins going on runs? Yes. Does this mean that we're about to go on an absolute tear and boom? Not necessarily, right? Sometimes it comes out of left field and you're not expecting it, but that's just kind of where we're at right now. We're still waiting for the overall sentiment to pick up in the crypto market, even more than it has currently. Now, that being said, Shiba Inu versus ETH. I saw somebody mention this. Guys, SHIB versus ETH is still just crushing it, just outperforming like we have seen many times before. In fact, remember the end of last summer, as we got into September, I guess that would technically be fall, we started to see SHIB very much separate and outpace Ethereum. All right. Right now, we're still holding this structure just as we did during the summer into the fall of last year. And then what did we see? We saw SHIB go on a pop. We saw meme coins take off. That right now, it looks like we're on the verge of. All right. I'm not saying this is where SHIB is going to immediately do like a 4x or 10x or something like that, but you could see SHIB very easily climb above structure here, climb all the way above its 200-day moving average, possibly target 4020. I mean, that type of move is not outside of the realm of reality right now. You know, if we continue to see confidence, if we get into next week, and like I talked about in my ADA video, we get some good macro data, the potential for this run to continue is very high. So that's just where we're at currently. We're headed into a weekend. Lower volume is probably going to be the story of the next 2 days, but we'll see how this all plays out. But it's nice to see things getting lively once again. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.